The Chicago Bulls are forced into an impossible decision when it comes to Yuki Kawamura, as he been putting on a surprising performance in the Summer League. Hi, I'm Shaq Barnes here, another great episode of Bulls Digest, the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls. 67% of you guys have been watching the channel and have not been subscribed. Treat it like the Bulls intro, run right through the subscribe button. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button and join the Bulls Digest movement. You know how I do when I do my videos? I don't like to waste your guys' time. Let's get right into the news. Yuki Kawamura Summer League performance will force the Bulls to make a tough decision. UK is averaging a team leading 5.7 assists in only 22.9 minutes per game. Remember last video, I said, hey, there's three things you want to see in the Summer League. If you got a rookie, see if he ahead of these other guys who's here. See can he keep up, see can he compete. When you have a second year guy that's here, like a Buzelis, you want to see if he's ahead of the curve and he's playing better than these other guys who has not been here yet, these rookies. Does he look like he played in the league for a year? Then third is always the hidden gems. If you can find you a hidden gem to possibly add to your rotation, possibly add to the G League team, that's what you do. And UK Kawamura is in that category of the third situation, a possible hidden gem. Obviously, you know he's with the Memphis Grizzlies last year. But it's some pros and cons with UK, and we're going to get right into it. The Chicago Bulls tread through their first two Summer League contests before impressing in a big way against the Indiana Pacers. The Bulls defeated the Pacers 114-105 behind a 28.5 rebound performance from last year's 11th round pick, Buzelis. Unfortunately for Bulls fans, Buzelis will be shut down for the remainder of the exhibition season. Well deserved. He proved this point. In his Summer League cameo, Buzelis totaled 22 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1.5 blocks, while putting his overlooked handle on the ball creation on full display. Aside from Buzelis, this year's 12th overall selection turned into a breakout performance despite being talked of social media following a ill-advised contested on a posted nonetheless. Noah Eastgate dropped 21 points, 7 of 14 shooting from the floor, and 3 of 8 from behind the arc. You have to get the obvious out the way. The guys that we drafted, cool. But let's talk about UK now. Now we get into UK. UK Camaro has started in a reserve role in a summer league. Yet there even more to gather from Chicago Bulls' first summer league victory. Javon Freeman Liberty scored 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And fan favorite point guard UK Kawamura recorded a double-double, notching 15 points, 10 rebounds. Furthermore, Kamara initiated 3 of the Bulls' show-stopping plays. He from what I see from him, like I said, don't overtake summer league too serious. It's three. That's the only 3 things you're looking for in summer league. Wins and losses do not matter. I'm sorry to tell you this. Said last video, Lonzo Ball when they won the MVP. I think the Lakers won a championship. What did it do for them? What did they do for them? Nothing. What did it do for Lonzo? Nothing. Because he ain't been on the Lakers. He been on the Pelicans, Bulls, and now the Cleveland. So don't take too much into it. But with UK, it's a lot of positive things. Obviously, he's a shorter player, 5'8". With him being that small, it's definitely going to be harder for him to crack a serious rotation in the NBA because of the mismatch and people, how they attack matchups. I think they will attack him a lot. But he does show a lot of heart. When he does play, he make great passes. He makes smart plays. He seems under control when he plays. So it's some positives in there with him. I think the main negative will be his height more than anything. Last season, the G League, UK, averaged 7.8 assists and only 2.5 turnovers per game for the Memphis Hustle. His pass instinct are off the charts, but as 5'8" guard, UK is limited both offensively and defensively. The Japanese guard shoots 33% from the floor, 25% from downtown. Of course, getting his shot will never be as easy as standing at least 4 inches shorter than any matchup he's come across. His touch is above average and his release is quick, but most of his looks have been self-created. Thus, he's likely he will never be a league average shooter, at least from the floor. Still has promise shooting off the catch. And so I think that's the big negative when it comes to UK. It's just he's short. He's 5'8". The NBA is a tall man's game. If you guys ever watch LeBron's podcast about the game, it was a clip out where KD said he thinks the 6'2" and underguard might disappear in the league because the skill set of every player that is taller now. Now we got like Josh Giddey, 6'8", 6'9", and he's playing the point guard. We got Montes Buzelis, 6'10". He can do everything a guard can do. So it's going to be harder for me to keep a guy that's 5'8" on the team and then everybody on the floor 6'10" and up, 6'8" and up. So that's going to be, I think that's going to be the hardest thing for him. Then it's also on the other side of the ball, how can he get a shot off with the height that he has? Would it put the Bulls in a tough decision as the topic of the video? I don't think so. Me personally, I just think the Bulls should just sign him to the G League team. And if he plays well there, maybe we bring him up. That's what I say, dude. But I don't think this decision is tougher as think it is because also we have a plethora of guards on the team of people who plays the position that he wants. You got Kobe White, you got Ayo Dosunmu, you got Josh Giddey. I know they say Buzelis for, but he plays some guard minutes sometimes in a rotation. You got Jones. That's like four or five people off hand. Can you really get UK to crack the rotation? That's a great question. No matter how hard UK plays, he will be a liability on the less glamorous end. In a switch-heavy NBA, offensive seek the weak link, which consequently will have UK. Still, he's not a bad defender. He shows plenty of hustle and unrelenting aggression, even picking up his opponent 94 feet. Against the Pacers, the 24-year-old recorded 3 steals, utilizing his lightning-quick hands. Yeah, I feel like with his body size, he has to play like this. It's not. That's the only way he can survive in the NBA. If he does anything less than that, I don't know. But he is a great player because to make it this far at that height, he is a great player. But when it comes to the NBA and where the NBA is moving towards, where they make it big man, where you got to be as skilled as a guard as a big man. A lot of short players, which is crazy saying 6'2", 6'3" is short. I think it's gonna be to a point when the NBA, like the shortest player we gonna really see consistently is gonna be like 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" maybe. And that's I think it's getting to that point. I'm gonna go on a limb and say 6'3", 6'4". All these not gonna go past that. Of course, you're gonna find those gyms or those short people who's very talented at their size, but I think it's getting to that point. I think UK is just being punished for the error that he's played in more than anything. But do I think it's a tough decision for the Bulls? No, I don't think it's a tough. Now, let's say if the Bulls say, you know what, we just gonna take him, we like him. UK Camaro would have to take one of the Chicago two-way spots. As now discussing UK as a potential contributor is purely hypothetical. The Bulls' two-way slots are filled with Emmanuel Miller, Jameer Young, and the 55th pick, La Chan Obrick, according to the occupying the 3 spots. If the Chicago Bulls were to consider UK, it'll likely be lean of Young, who also happens to play point guard. Young has started all 3 Summer League games, but has played fewer minutes than UK. The Maryland product has averaged 7 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, shoot 39% from the floor, 16% from long range. Now, this is more of the realistic aspect of where I can see UK being at. UK could be in this situation where he is taking like Young's spot. I can see him taking Young's spot. Besides Young, I don't know where else in the rotation where he can really take somebody else's spot. I'm just being honest. Because how the team and the guard set up, I think the Bulls slotted. If I'm the Chicago Bulls, I'm being honest with you, I will G League team him. I think he should be give him a spot on G League team. I think he has played good enough. I think him and Young can go with it for the spot, but that's the spot he should be aiming for. Go ahead and try to go for Young spot, then maybe get a two-way spot. Then you get sometimes up there with the team, but it's a dire situation. But let me know what you guys think. How are the Bulls really stuck in a situation where they got to pick and choose, or do you think UK can't make the roster? Another great episode of Bulls Digest. I'm Shaq Barnes. See you guys on the next one. Peace.